Okay, that's on. All right. Who can you trust? We have the Russian-Ukraine thing going on about 2 weeks now, I think. A lot of stuff on the interwebs here, images and footage, and historians are speaking up. Retired or previous people that worked with our government are speaking up. Kind of entertaining how some of them have committed war crimes themselves are now telling you who is committing the war crimes. That's the hypocrisy at its finest. You have, popular channels, millions of subscribers that might be good at, I'll make something up, that might be good at cooking, that are now telling you what's going on in the Russian-Ukraine situation. And there's some experts in there speaking as well. But who can you trust? We've got a lot of debunking going on from some claims that were made early on that turned out to be bogus. You've got people making videos who will say, I'm from here, when they're actually somewhere else, or from a different time. It's ridiculous. You have your actual news, your big media, who they can't help but lie. They just can't help it. You have a lot of historians come on giving you their spin, their thoughts or whatever. We have a whole lot of talking about people, raising them up as a hero. If you do a little bit of research, you find out they got a lot in their closet. So who can you trust? Can you trust any of these people? Whether small channel, big channel, or whatever the case is? No, you can't trust any of it. You have to, just like this Ukrainian-Russian deal, there's several sides you can take here, at least three. And usually I'm off on some lonely trail somewhere. I always have some obscure thing going on. This is always very unpopular, so I'm just going to keep my mouth shut. But I have to realize the information I'm picking up from where I'm getting it could all be wrong. I've made predictions here before. None of them have come true. But then I look at what the popular crowd is doing. I totally disagree with them. And then you look at what the mainstream is saying, which is completely off the charts. Who can you trust in all this? No one. No one. You have to pick your concept, your idea. It might be like this. Put it on the shelf, and you'll look back in 2 weeks or a month, and you might find out, wow, I was completely wrong on that. But I think what we've learned through the COVID pandemic and all that kind of thing is that for certain groups to reach their agenda, they have to lie and give you a fake narrative and lead you around like sheep. Or lead people around like sheep. And they're doing it the same way on this Ukraine-Russian deal. You can't trust any of this. I have a fair idea of what I think the situation is, what is actually going on. This has gone on for a very long time, not just 2 weeks. But once again, all the information I'm taking in could be wrong, could be totally bogus. And we've seen lots of that. So it's think of how many people, when the COVID thing started out, were on one side of it, that went completely on the other side of it. Because when they looked back, they could see they're taking advantage of me. This was a lie. This wasn't true, or whatever the case is. So I make this video. Don't hang on to anything too tight. Because as the days go on, you learn more. And sometimes you learn more just how much we're being lied to. I think this thing worked faster than COVID. COVID took a couple of weeks to get everyone dialed in. This took about 72 hours to get the masses on the same page. But before you go losing friends and family, or the arguments, or this, that, and the other thing, we're being lied to again. So don't invest too much in any of this. Because what we're going to depend on is hindsight on this deal. Because this is the propaganda has just been through the roof. And I'm not a person that watches a lot of stuff. I can imagine someone who's totally into the news, how they're getting dealt. But who can you trust? No one. You have to get an idea, put some things together, and then we're just speculating, thinking this might be the way it is. And then again, it might not. The sands on this deal are constantly moving. So there's no foundation you can hang on to. Even if you have a lot of history and this kind of thing. When this many groups, powerful groups, look at this. I talked about this way back when COVID was starting off. I said, don't watch the videos. You see tragic videos of these people dying with the doctors and all that. It hurts your feelings. It breaks your heart for these people. And when you do that, there's concern. You want to do something. And so what you end up doing is, what they've done is they've altered your state of mind. You went from whatever you were doing before you watched that video to now being in the video. Okay? This thing is physically affecting you. It's sad. Just like watching a movie that makes you cry kind of thing. You've altered your state of mind. Okay? From that point, we're malleable. And we can be manipulated. You have to avoid that. If you've already watched the video, stop doing that. But these videos that's what they're designed to do, to alter your state of mind. Now you become compliant. You want to become complicit in whatever the agenda, the narrative is, and whatever their agenda is. And you see the masses right now, they're all falling into this. Don't watch the videos. Don't get caught up in it like this. It's just a manipulation. Whether the videos are true or not, I'm not denying that there's a war going on. Yeah, they'll lead you like sheep right off the cliff. You can't let them alter your state of mind, because then I've seen it. I saw it on the news after these heartbreaking scenes of children bloodied in a stretcher going off to an ER somewhere. The guy says, if you would like to financially support the people of Ukraine, call this number or go to this site or whatever the case is. Pull out your credit card, give them your money. I got a red flag on that one. Like, they're not wasting any time. But once again, maybe it's true. Then again, maybe it's not. You don't know where that money's going. Can't prove it. Can't trust any of it. None. Nothing. So you have to be very aware. Not like you could change any of it, but just try not to participate. Love you. God bless.